week 20 of the fantasy baseball season. Here's a few pitchers on the rise this week. The first guy is Walker Bueller of the Los Angeles Dodgers. So what a season it's been for Bueller. Now he's the number one ranked player in all of fantasy baseball after picking things up really in the last few weeks on the season. 169 innings, 13-2 record, 113 hits given up, 38 earned runs, 15 homers, 42 walks, 178 strikeouts, a 2.02 ERA, and an 0.92 whip with 23 quality starts, which is amongst the league leaders here this season. In the last couple weeks for Bueller, 21 and a third, 1-0 record, 13 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers, 4 walks, 26 strikeouts, a 1.27 ERA, and an 0.80 whip with 3 quality starts. So this kid here, he's shown this season that he's definitely a pitcher that goes deep into games. He's always going to go out there and pretty much have unhittable stuff, especially the last couple weeks here, is Bueller. And obviously he's on a Dodger team that looks like they're probably going to repeat once again this season as the champs in the major leagues, which obviously wouldn't surprise me. So the last few games here for Bueller, August 14th at the Mets, 7 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 1 run, a homer, 3 walks, 10 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, 1 whip, and a quality start. August 20th versus the Mets, 7 2/3, got the win, 6 hits, 2 runs, a homer, 8 Ks, a 2.35 ERA, 0.78 whip. And August 25th at the Padres, 6 2/3, 3 hits, a walk, 8 Ks, no runs, 0.60 whip, and a quality start. So right here, Walker Bueller, the last time he didn't have a quality start was July 5th, so the last month and a half, he's really been the best pitcher in baseball, and that's why he's ranked number one right now in fantasy, and he's definitely a pitcher on the rise this week. The next pitcher is Robbie Ray of the Toronto Blue Jays. So we've seen spurts this season where Robbie Ray looks unhittable, and then times where it goes back to the old Robbie Ray, and he gives up tons of home runs throughout the season. On the season for Robbie Ray, 152 and a third, 9-5 record, 119 hits, 46 runs, 24 homers, 37 walks, 192 strikeouts, a 2.72 ERA, a 1.02 whip, and 19 quality starts. So it's been a very solid season here for Robbie Ray. In the last couple weeks, 22 innings. No record though, 4 runs, a homer, 2 walks, 33 strikeouts, 1.64 ERA, 0.77 whip, and 3 quality starts. So Robbie Ray, he goes out there, and he's been a strikeout machine once again this season, especially the last 2 games for Ray with 25 strikeouts, which is an amazing number the last 2 games. So August 13th at Seattle, 7 innings, no decision, 5 hits, 2 runs, a homer, a walk, 8 Ks, a 2.57 ERA, 0.86 whip, and a quality start. August 20th versus the Tigers, 8 innings, 5 hits, a run, 11 Ks, a 1.13 ERA, 0.61 whip, and a quality start. And August 25th versus the White Sox, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, no decision again, a walk, 14 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, and an 0.86 whip with a quality start. So it amazes me, this lineup the Toronto Blue Jay offense has, that Robbie Ray's gone out there and pitched 3 gems in a row and couldn't even get a decision or a win here. So very surprising. But right now, he's one of the hottest pitchers in fantasy baseball, especially with low runs given up, and especially with the crazy amount of strikeouts, especially with 33 in his last 3 outings. So he's definitely on the rise this week. The next pitcher is Chris Flexen of the Seattle Mariners. So Chris Flexen, a recommended pickup he was this week, and he's still available in 50% of fantasy leagues. Somehow, he's not getting much respect, this Flexen. People might still think he's a fluke, but on the season, 140 innings, 11-5 record, 145 hits, 55 runs, 14 homers, 28 walks, 95 strikeouts, a 3.54 ERA, a 1.24 whip, and 13 quality starts on the season. The last couple weeks here for Flexen, 19 2/3, 1-0 record, 16 hits, 4 runs, a homer, 3 walks, 13 Ks, 1.83 ERA, 0.97 whip, and 3 quality starts. So Chris Flexen, I know he don't strike out many batters, but he's getting outs, he's getting easy outs, and he's a pitcher that's definitely going to help in ERA. He's going to help in wins and quality starts, and he's on a pretty decent Seattle Mariners team as well this season. So the last few outings for Flexen, August 13th versus Toronto. 6 innings, no decision, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 3 Ks, a 3 ERA, 1.17 whip, and a quality start. August 19th at Texas, 7 innings, 4 hits, a run, a homer, a walk, 5 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, and a 0.71 whip, and a quality start. And August 24th versus the Oakland Athletics, 6 2/3, got the win, 6 hits, a run, a walk, 5 Ks, a 1.35 ERA, and a 1.05 whip with a quality start. So flexing, he's gone out there and he's proven people wrong. He's been one of the better fantasy pitchers, especially over the last few weeks in fantasy baseball. And if he's out there in your fantasy league somehow, you should go out there and definitely pick him up, because this guy's been lights out the last few weeks, and he's definitely a pitcher on the rise. The next pitcher is Vladimir Guerrero of the Cincinnati Reds. So Gutierrez, ever since he got sent down a month and a half ago for a week or two in the minors, this guy's come back and he's been one of the best pitchers in fantasy baseball on the season. 93 innings, 9-4 record, 85 hits, 38 runs, 14 homers, 35 walks, 73 strikeouts, a 3.68 ERA, and a 1.29 whip, with 11 quality starts in the last couple weeks here for Gutierrez. 19 1/3, 2-1 record, 17 hits, 4 runs, a homer, 4 walks, 21 strikeouts, a 1.86 ERA, 1.09 whip, and 3 quality starts. So the Cincinnati Red team, they've been surging of late here, and Vladimir Guerrero has been a big part of it, no doubt about it, in my opinion, with this team now being right there in the wild card race and trying to win it this season. So the last 3 outings for Gutierrez: August 12th at Atlanta, 6 innings, got the win, 5 hits, a run, 2 walks, 6 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, a 1.17 whip, and a quality start. August 17th versus the Cubs, 6 1/3, got the loss, 9 hits, 2 runs, a homer, a walk, 7 Ks, a 2.84 ERA, 1.58 whip, and a quality start. And August 22nd versus the Marlins, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, a run, a walk, 8 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, and a 0.57 whip with a quality start. So his next outing is Saturday, August 28th at the Marlins again. Obviously another good opportunity to get a win with a struggling Marlin team. And since July 10th, so the last month and a half here, Gutierrez has had a quality start every game, and the last 9 out of 10 starts, he's had a quality start. So right here, Gutierrez is pitching well, and he's definitely a pitcher on the rise this week. And the 5th and final pitcher on the rise is Hesper Cortez Jr. of the New York Yankees. So the Yankees, they've had Cortez a few seasons now, but he's come out of nowhere this season. I think it might be the power of the mustache or whatever the deal may be. On the season, 56 1/3, 2-1 record, 44 hits, 16 runs, 6 homers, 16 walks, 60 strikeouts, a 2.57 ERA, a 1.07 whip, and 2 quality starts for Cortez. In the last couple weeks for him, 13 innings, 2-0 record, 11 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers, 3 walks, 14 Ks, a 2.08 ERA, 1.08 whip, and 2 quality starts. So right here, this Yankee team, they're on fire. They're one of the hottest teams in all of Major League Baseball, winning 12 games in a row now. And this kid's definitely been a big part of it. Right here is Cortez. August 15th at the White Sox, 6 innings, got the win, 7 hits, a run, a walk, 7 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, 1.33 whip, and a quality start. August 20th versus the Minnesota Twins, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, 2 runs, a homer, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a 2.57 ERA, and a 0.86 whip, and a quality start. So Cortez, he's gone out there and he's pitching great baseball, and we'll see if he stays in the rotation. But as of now, he's going to be starting Saturday, August 28th at Oakland. And maybe it's beginner's luck, maybe it's not, but he's a pitcher definitely pitching lights out for this Yankee team. And they've been on a roll, like I mentioned. And if Cortez, if he's out there in your fantasy league, he's available right now still in 75% of fantasy leagues. So I would give him a shot. So that's a few pitchers on the rise here in week 20 of the fantasy baseball season.